one. Hello, everybody. Greetings all the way from Poland. We're currently live with the reigning queen, Miss Supranational, Antonia Porcel.
Yes, it is me. I am here live with you today from beautiful Poland.
Okay, so Anne, how does Poland differ from your country, Thailand?
It's kind of like completely different. Poland has a lot of natural scenery, a lot of beautiful mountains. The sky, you can see the sky from left to right, and it's so amazing. Whereas in Bangkok, it's a bit more, how do you say, it's a bit more busy. There's a lot more buildings, but they're both amazing in their own ways, and I love them both. But I definitely like the weather here a little bit more.
So, can you tell us how is it like working with the Miss Supranational organization?
Honestly, it has been so amazing. They have been so supportive and so loving in literally everything I do. Since the day I won, they've been nothing but supportive. They're like my second family. And I'm so grateful to be able to work with a team that is so real and never asks me to do anything that I would feel uncomfortable doing or something that I don't believe in. Every time there's something coming in, they will always ask me if I want to do it, if I'm okay with it, or if it goes against anything I believe in. And honestly, it has been such an amazing, 2 years, even though we didn't get to do as much as we had hoped for because of the pandemic. Even with the short amount of time that we did have together, it was amazing. So I'm really grateful.
Okay, let's go back to the time when you arrived back to your country after winning the crown. How was the reception?
It was better than I expected. I did not expect a lot of people to come. I think I would have been just happy even if only my family came because I missed them so much. But I had a lot of fan clubs that came and showed their support and their love, and it was really amazing. It was something that was like completely out of my thought that would happen. So I was very happy.
Okay, let's go back to your year as a candidate. What was, going through your head the whole time while you were competing? Did you have any strategy or game plan?
Honestly, I was just really happy to be there. I was really happy to be able to meet all the amazing girls from all over the world. And in terms of strategy, I think at the beginning I was like, okay, I'm gonna kind of observe first all the girls and kind of their personality, how they speak, how they act, how they hold themselves. Because I thought at the beginning everyone was my competitor. I didn't really think of it as like a journey to take in and meet new people. But that only lasted for like 3 days because my competitive stuff came out. But then I was like, you know what? This is an experience that is once in a lifetime, and I'm not going to be able to meet people from all around the world in one place like this again. So I think after the first week of like a little bit stress, I calmed down a little bit and I just said, you know what? If they don't choose me for who I am, then I don't want to win. Because I think that the most important thing for anyone in whatever they do is to be themselves and to stay true to who they are, especially if you're going to be representing something that is so much bigger than yourself and you have to be that inspiration to other people. You don't have time to be fake and superficial. You have to be real so that they can really connect with you. And I feel like if that's not what they like of me, like my characteristics and passion for what I do, then maybe I'm not ready for the title, or this is just not the path that I'm supposed to take. So that was what I was telling myself. Just be yourself, just have fun, and if they appreciate you for who you are, then you will see it as you go on.
I see. So I'm sure you heard a lot of feedbacks. What, according to them or according to you, what do you think made you win the crown?
Actually, I never really asked them that question. I think I was too scared to know the answer. But for me, I think that the biggest factor that made me win was that I never changed who I was. I was always true to myself, and I never try to keep myself back from showing my personality. And like I said in the previous live, Ray was a huge factor in that as well. She really brought out like my goofy, fun side that I thought I was gonna keep to myself the whole time. But I think if she hadn't pushed that side out of me, I wouldn't have been able to show that side. So she was definitely a big part of that. And I think that, how, natural I try to be in everything, whether it's like makeup or in what I do. I think that's one of the big factors that made me win. But I'm not sure, but I hope so.
Did you get any like feedback from anyone? Like, did the president tell you why the judges chose you?
I never really asked because I feel like they all had their own reasons, and maybe some of them didn't even vote for me. Like, I don't know, and it's also really not my business to know because it was their decision in that moment. I'm just happy that they did choose me and they did believe in me, and that's all I can ask for. I don't really want to go into the past and be like, oh, but why? Because I'm here now, and that's what I'm really grateful for.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so what is your favorite part of the competition last year that you enjoyed the most? Is it the swimsuit, the Miss
Definitely
Elegance?
not the swimsuit because I don't like to wear swimming suits. Like the one of the events, right? I
Yes.
think my most favorite one was the top model one because I know that I can't walk like a model, and I know that like it was just I was not gonna win that one, so I just really tried to have fun with it and just kind of be a little bit dramatic with my poses, and then I ended up being like top 2 for the group in Asia, and I was so shocked. But that one I think I had the most fun in because even during the practice, all of us were cheering and screaming for each other, and I just loved the energy for that round. It was a little more relaxed, and yeah, I think that was the most fun.
Okay. What is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear is definitely the fear of not knowing, not knowing what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and not being able to see it in my like reach. I think that's my biggest fear, not being able to know how something is going to turn out and just having to really trust my gut when I have like serious trust issues in myself. So I think that's definitely my biggest fear.
Do you have like pet peeves?
I don't like people who shake their legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when they like shake, it's so
Yeah.
annoying. People who chew really loud. Yeah, those I think are my biggest fears. Definitely the leg shaking one. That one really drives me crazy.
Oh my God.
brother and my dad do it, and I'm just like, yeah. But yeah, I don't really like attack those people. It's just like if I'm annoyed, I just kind of leave the situation to ease myself. But yeah.
We're wondering, who is your role model? Do you have any role model in life?
Is it too cliche to say my mom?
It's okay.
It's cliche, but yeah, my parents are definitely my 2 biggest role models because they really nurtured me into the woman I am today, and without their teachings in life, I wouldn't have been able to have the mindset and approach to different situations that I do now. So I always look to them for advice and how to approach different things because they know more than us. They are older. But another person that I found really inspiring as I grew up was actually Malala Yousafzai. She advocates for education, and I just followed her story, and it really made me feel like nothing can stop you if you really want to achieve something. If you really believe that you can do something and you want this for the greater good, you can achieve anything you want no matter what obstacles are being thrown your way. And I think that is just like super inspiring, especially with her story. So this is definitely something that I also look as an inspiration to in terms of like a way of thinking. But when I look to who I want to be like, I don't really have one person because I feel like being yourself is the most important thing, and you shouldn't try to replicate who you think other people want you to be. So I think there's always space to grow and learn from different people and different aspects of life, but keeping yourself true to who you are is the most unique thing you can do, and I think that's the most important.
Okay, so I'm sure the girls, the candidates this year will be watching this live during their free time, and it won't be avoided that they would face challenges or a little drama here and there during the pageant. So you've been there. What advice can you give them?
In terms of like drama, of course there's gonna be drama. Not everyone can like each other. But I think, if you're just don't get involved in unnecessary drama because it really drains your energy, and this is the energy you need to keep going in the competition and be your best self. So if it doesn't involve you, just take it out of your mind and throw it away because it's not important. If you can't fix it, if it's in the past, just let it go. And I think a lot of the time, I can see that some of the girls feel a lot of pressure.
Yeah, with stress and stuff.
Especially
How do you
like,
deal with stress?
In terms of like being in the pageant,
Yes.
actually one thing that I did was I didn't read any of the comments
On social media.
On social media. One, because my Thai wasn't good enough to read it, so I was like wasting my time trying to read something that I didn't understand. But now that I can read it, it's a little bit different because I'm not a contestant anymore. But I would say don't even bother to read the comments. A lot of people tend to think they know everything about pageants when the reality is they don't know anything. You know what's best for you. You know what you're
Exactly.
capable of. And you know what you need to do in order to showcase your best self and win the crown. They don't know who you are. They don't know the struggles you've been through.
Exactly.
What you had to do to get here.
Especially during this pandemic.
Yes,
a lot of
especially during the
struggles.
pandemic. And they're going to be obviously the first people to judge you because you don't meet whatever standard they have. And you know what? That's their own problem. If they can't get over the fact that you don't meet their standards, then they have a problem with themselves, and that has nothing to do with you. So don't even stress about it. Only worry about yourself, how you can grow and be better, and what you're going to do here to win the title of Miss Supranational.
Very nice words of wisdom from the queen. So would like to know some fun facts about you.
Okay. I'm not a very fun person, but we'll try.
I mean, what are the fun facts about you?
For me
about
to
you.
To you? I don't know actually. I'm not very fun. I'm a Scorpio. I'm not funny. I'm just really sarcastic. Okay, I've gone skydiving. By
Really?
myself. Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
have like a gun, but my parachute was attached to the plane, so when I jumped out, it automatically pulled the parachute for me. So I've done that. That was
Wow.
really, really scary.
Jumping off the plane.
Yeah, we have like 26 hours of theory class and then like 2 hours of like actually practicing. And I was like praying in the plane, and the guy looked at me and I was like, okay. And I was
Is it like free fall?
sort of. I think it's free fall for around 10 seconds, but it feels really, really fast.
My gosh.
It's like I let go and I was just being sucked by the wind, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. But it's so amazing because the moment your parachute opens up, you feel in so much control of your life. Your life is literally in your hands, and
Yes.
you feel the sense of control that like no one can take away from you. And I feel like it's so empowering and so amazing to be able to feel that way. So I've done that. I have 2 dogs. I think that's a fun fact. I have 2 huskies, Looney and Kenny.
Nice.
I don't know what else is fun about me. I'm Scorpio. That's not really fun because everyone hates Scorpios. I'm actually, a very fun, outgoing person. I don't know if that's a fun fact, but I feel like a lot of people need to know this because they tend to look at me and say like, oh, she looks really intimidating. So, yeah. That's all I have for now, actually.
Okay, so can you give us 3 things that you can't live without?
My family, of course. My family, including my dogs.
Like material?
Material. Okay, let me see. I don't know.
Cell phone?
Oh yeah. Actually, I haven't been on my phone a lot during this trip because I've been so amazed with everything. But yeah, I guess my cell phone. Yeah, my phone, my family. What else is there? That's the most important thing in the world.
Clothes.
Right? Oh, yeah, that would be nice. I mean, if I didn't have clothes, then this life would be a little bit weird. Yeah, clothes, my makeup, because I think there's only been one person in this entire group for Super that has seen me without makeup, and I don't think anyone wants to see a zombie. So yeah, I think those 3 things that I can think of right now that are more like materialistic: clothes, makeup, and my phone.
Okay, so who is your first ever celebrity crush?
I think it was Draco from Harry Potter,
Really?
or it was Taylor Lautner.
From
Shuffler.
yeah.
But I liked him during Cheaper by the Dozen. Yeah, I think it was the second one. But then as he grew up and became a werewolf, I kind of didn't really follow him anymore.
Okay, so can you tell us about the most pressing problem in your country, Thailand, and what is your opinion on it? Like, what's your say on it?
This is a very difficult question to answer. I think right now there's a lot of problems in a lot of countries around the world, and all of them kind of are similar in very different ways. But if we talk about Thailand, I think a lot of the time, like the issue we have right now is that we're not having the access to the right vaccines, and I can understand in the side of the government that it is an extremely stressful situation to have having to take care of so many people and give them the necessities they need, especially during the pandemic where everyone has eyes on you. But I think the most important thing that can be done is to just kind of stop and listen to what the people need. I think it has to go 2 ways. The people need to listen to the government, and the government needs to listen to the people, so that there's like a mutual understanding, and there needs to be more transparency in order to gain that trust. But I think a lot of the time it all comes down to how we approach different things, and when is the right time to listen, and when is the right time to speak.
Okay, so Anne, how would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as someone who, inspired people to be their best self and always believe in everything they are capable of doing. I'm very happy to be open about my journey, as when I was bullied online for being fat.
Really?
Yeah, it was before. It was when I was on the face. A lot of people made comments about my weight.
I see.
And I had my braces, so a lot of these things were factors into why I started feeling insecure. There's a lot of challenges that mess with me mentally and emotionally, and I'm more than happy to share it with anyone, because I think these experiences, they make you who you are, they make you stronger, they make you learn on how to be a better person and how to treat people. And if I want to be remembered, I want to be someone who was like a light for someone, whether it's just one person or 10 people. I'm already grateful to be able to be that kind of person that they look to for when they feel insecure or
Yeah.
not safe.
What would you tell a young lady suffering from low self-esteem for her to feel better about herself?
I would tell her that, I don't want to sound like too blunt because I'm a very straightforward person, but I think the most important thing for you is to take a moment and breathe.
Breathe.
There's so many external factors that contribute to why you're feeling this way, and you just need to take a moment to breathe and tell yourself the things that you love about yourself. I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm strong, whatever it may be, and really, really believe it in your heart, because you can't show love to people until you love yourself. And I know it's easier said than done to love yourself.
Yes.
It's a process, of course, and it doesn't happen overnight. But once you start to see things more positively instead of negatively, like a lot of people tend to pick the negative points of situations, but it's more important to see the positive side of things, seeing the glass half full.
Exactly.
But you always have to start with yourself. Start with yourself and telling yourself that being you is never a bad thing. Being yourself is the best thing you can be, and that's more than anyone can be.
Right.
So it all starts with yourself, and no one can take that away from you. Hold it tight and keep your feet on the ground.
And the crown looks perfect on you. How does it feel, still wearing that?
I'm amazed it fits me now, because at the beginning it was really big, but I think it's molded its way to fit my head now. But it's sad because there's only I think it's 9 days.
9 days. Wow, you didn't lose count, huh?
I'm like counting down the days every day. I'm like,
It's just 9 days?
I think so.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I'm not very good.
So I have asked you this question before, but how does this crown and title, you're wearing it across your chest, how does it define you, or what does the Miss Supranational title mean to you?
I don't think that the crown and the sash define me. I think it's an addition to who I am, but it's not a replacement to who I am. Like Andre has told me many times that it's the crown and having the sash, all of these things, they don't change who you are, but it's what you do with the title and the crown and what impact you make on other people that defines who you are. And I think that's the most important thing. So being Miss Supranational is more than just having a crown on your head and having a sash across your chest. It's about being a good person, creating those bonds beyond borders, and being the inspiration to people who feel like their voices are not heard, who feel that there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and showing that there is a possibility in regaining your strength and being the best person that you can be. And I think that's what being Miss Supranational means to me. It's more than just the materialistic version of having a crown and having a sash. It's all nice, but if you don't do anything with the crown and the sash, and if you don't show who you are and be an example to those who follow you, then there's no point in really having it. So.
And you're how young are you, if you don't mind me asking? How young are you?
How young am I?
Yeah.
I like that you changed the question. I am 24.
Really? You're very mature when it comes to your ideologies, the way you speak, very well spoken. Can you, I want to know, what's your educational background?
I went to an international school in life. From all the different countries that I moved, I've always been to an international school. And right now I'm almost done. I'm one term away from completing my bachelor in advertising and public relations.
Wow. So, do you read books a lot?
Honestly, no. I love books about psychology, though. There's
Psychology
one book
books.
that my friend introduced to me called The Science of Evil. I know it sounds
Science
so
of
dark,
Evil.
but it's very, very interesting. It's like the psychology of empathy and the spectrum that is different for everyone, and how people develop different levels of empathy in different situations, and how
Wow.
it depends on like their life. But I'm not really into magic and dragons and stuff.
Yeah. But it's an interesting book, huh? I should
The
buy
science
that
is
as well.
I don't remember the author, but it's a very interesting.
Okay, so yeah, we have to conclude the interview, but a lot of people are watching, especially from Thailand. They're like,
Thank
"Woo,"
you.
cheering you up during the interview. So, a message to everyone.
This always makes me so emotional. I feel like I'm a very overly emotional person, so don't get annoyed with me, please.
It's okay.
But yes, to all my fans, our followers, the followers and supporters of Miss Supranational, I just want to thank you so much for your ongoing love and support throughout the 2 years of my reign, and even before that as well. I am constantly reading your support all the time, and it really gives me energy to be the best version of myself and grow every day to make you guys proud that I won this title. Yes, so thank you so much for your support, and I hope that you continue to support me even after I give away my crown. And of course to my fans in Thailand, oh no, it's coming. อยากขอบคุณทุกคนมากๆเลยนะคะที่ส่งกำลังใจให้แอนทุกวันแอนอ่านทุกอย่างทุกคอมเมนต์ที่ทุกคนส่งมานะคะแล้วก็แอนจะพยายามทำให้เต็มที่ทุกวันตั้งแต่วันนี้ตลอดไปเลยค่ะเพราะว่าแอนจะไม่หยุดตรงนี้แอนจะไปเรื่อยๆแอนจะไปให้สูงที่สุดที่แอนทำได้แล้วก็แอนจะคิดถึงทุกคนที่มาตั้งแต่แรกแล้วก็ตอนนี้แล้วก็ให้เราไปด้วยกัน So basically I just said thank you so much for all your support, and this is not the end of me, and I will keep going even after the crown. I will keep going up and doing the best that I can, and I hope that all of you come along with me because you guys are a big part of my success, and I wouldn't have been able to be where I am with your love and support. So thank you so much.
We love you, Anne. Thank you so much for being such a gracious and wonderful Miss Supranational.
Thank you. Don't
Bye.
forget to download the Miss Supranational app and vote for your favorite contestant.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Mwah.